Hi Green Door Groovers, welcome back to the Green Door channel. So today I thought it would be nice to do a chakra meditation. So I'm going to talk you through the meditation bit by bit. I'm going to be focusing on colours of chakras. So chakra, Sanskrit word means wheel, and the chakras are located within the spine. Energetically. So the spine in Sanskrit, in terms of yogic parlance, is called the Sushumna Nadi. It's the energetic spine. It's a channel that prana or life force flows up and down, and the chakras are sort of vortexes that are placed along Sushumna Nadi. They're often described as lotuses, and there are lots of different facets to the chakras, and many more than I could even begin to tell you. It's a very very interesting, but there's a lot to it. But to give you an idea, each chakra is related to a colour, it's related to a sound, a mantra, it's related to a deity, an element, a smell. Often we attribute crystals to chakras as well. Sense, there's all sorts of things. So they start at the base of the spine, and they are related to that which is dense and that which is worldly and that which is matter, and they graduate up. So they move up the spine at intervals, and they get more and more fine, and the vibration becomes higher and higher and higher. So what starts as matter then becomes non-matter, or starts not to matter as you head to the higher chakras. It's important to note that nowadays a lot of people are working with the 12 chakra system or more, and I myself like to work with that, and there's really good videos by Tim Wilde and Diana Cooper have done some really good work, and I like to use their meditation. So if you are someone who's quite practiced and done a lot of meditation and energy work, and you haven't already checked out those meditations, I'll put a link down below and you could do that. But this meditation I want to do because a lot of people are newer to this kind of work, and it's quite a simple meditation. And also these are very functional and understandable and relatable areas that we all deal with every day in our lives. So if I can help you to understand the journeys we go through the meditation process, then it might just help you to think a little bit in terms of us, our beings, not just being a physical being. In yoga we say we are a soul that has a body, not a body that has a soul. We incarnate in our lifetimes, and we put on our body a bit like you put on some clothes, and we wear that body until, it's our vehicle, it's like our car as we drive through life and try and understand and relate to things through our programming, which is of course the 5 senses. So our computer system, if you like, is turned on through the senses, through our programs. And then when our body vehicle gets tired and old or worn out, then we take it off like we'd take off our old coat, and we move on to a different body. Or that's how many would think about the body and the role of the body and the spirit in the body. So the spirit drives the body, but the thing is we identify with the body, and that's where we get into all our problems, because we forget about our spiritual nature. So anyway, I'm going to start to take you through this meditation now. So get comfortable. You can either sit as I am, or on a chair. Doesn't matter how you sit. I would always encourage you to sit up with your shoulders relaxed and your back as straight as possible. You can sit against a wall if you want to, but I always feel that if you need the wall, it's fine, or if you need the back of a chair, it's fine. But if you're able to sit without the support, it's good. I just have I've got this behind me, but I have got my bottom just against it, but my back isn't actually resting against it. And your feet, if you're sitting on a chair, feet flat on the floor, because you want to ground through your energies. And then also, equally, you could do this lying down. That's fine. You could use it more as a relaxation. That would be fine also. So if you just like to get yourself really comfortable in whichever position you're going to be in, I always like to have a candle lit. I think I've said this before in my self-practice, candles, smells, etc. So get whatever you need to. And before we get going, so just whilst you're getting yourself sorted, I just want to draw a card. I do quite a lot of cards. These are new cards. They're from the Star Seed Oracle deck, which are really very pretty. Just looking, there's the book. I wonder if you can see that. And oh, this is good. It says loosen your grip. So coping mechanisms, density, addiction, and let God in. Interesting. So I was picking this on behalf of everybody who might be watching this. So loosen your grip. What are you holding on to? What are you gripping onto? What are you using to cope with? What patterns of behaviour are you going to when you feel out of control or that things are running away with you? Do you have a certain habitual thing you do? You know, do you watch, you know, slightly rubbishy telly? Do you eat? Or do you go for a run? You know, what do you do? Density, feeling heavy. Are you feeling heavy? Are you feeling tired? Are you feeling run down? Are you feeling worn out? And it says, let God in. Well, God, of course, is whatever God is to you. But I would think you could say, well, let the light in. So let the light in. And so actually this meditation we're going to do is really good, because if I reverse what we've said, so if I say, let God in, addiction, density, coping mechanisms, all of those words or those phrases kind of relate to the journey I'm going to take you on with the meditation. In here, the images of people free falling, you know, falling down. Where am I going to land? Am I going to land? Am I going to survive? So it's a little bit of I don't know what's going on sort of a card. But the thing is that often free falling can allow you to land in amazing places. And even if you fall and you hurt yourself, and you fall and you bruise yourself, and you fall and you graze yourself, you can pretty much always get back up. And when you get back up, wow, the lessons that you've learnt from the fall, and the fact that you free fell, you know, I was just free falling. I didn't know what was going to happen. So your ego has to let go. It can't grip, it can't hold on. So actually, although it's often really scary, sometimes just to fall and be out of control for a bit can be one of the best ways to transform and move forward in your life. So anyway, interesting. We're going to get started with the meditation. So you just close your eyes if that's comfortable. Close your eyes, and let's start off by taking our attention just onto the breath, and we'll take an inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. So just letting go of anything that's been bothering you, any anxieties, oh, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Once more, inhale. And exhale. Great. Just be. Just be. So in yoga, we believe that, not just in yoga, but in many of the spiritual pursuits, we believe that often dis-ease manifests in the energetic before it gets to the physical. So this is why these kind of meditations can be really helpful. The purpose, incidentally, and I haven't said why we would do it, is to balance our energy system. So sometimes our chakras are in overdrive and sometimes they are in underdrive. So just by taking your attention onto these centers, it can help to balance balance them. And in a way, a bit like Reiki, if you do Reiki, the Reiki energy, in a way, you don't need to know. You just need your intention to be clear. So my intention, so perhaps just before we start getting into it, my intention is to balance my energy system. My intention is to balance my chakras. And you could say that out loud or to yourself. My intention is to balance my energy centers. Okay, so we're going to start off at the base of the spine. So take your attention right down to the base of the spine. And at the base of the spine, I want you to imagine a red light. So sometimes the analogy that I'll use, and thanks to, and I don't remember who it was, but thanks to somebody who gave me this analogy, is that of a Catherine wheel. So those fireworks that spin round, you put them on a post and they spin round really fast. So they've got this amazing light and energy about them. So you could, if you like, imagine this as a Catherine wheel. But if not, just a spinning wheel, red in colour. So this is Muladhara chakra. Mula means root. So this is your the seat of your energy system. And what I'd like you to do is just start to imagine that red light that begins at the base of the spine, right down the tailbone, starts to fill up the whole of the body. This red light filling up the whole of the body. It moves all the way through the body. It moves into the legs, it moves into the arms, it moves into the head. And it sort of spills out into your aura field. So the aura field is that space around you, above you, below you, either side of you. So imagine your whole physical body filling with red and then it moving out into the aura field. This center is connected with your stability, your house, your home, security, safety. It's connected with your ancestors, your family. It's to do with your sense of being okay in the world and feeling like you know where you are. The opposite of this is fear. So really fight or flight, fear is based at right down at the base here, in the root. So first of all, when we enter the world, we need to know that we're safe and secure. So as a baby, that's the first thing we need, isn't it? Security, safety. So imagine this red light just move in and out, breathing it in, breathing it out, filling the body. Beautiful red light. And then I'd like you to just take your attention now up the spine. So remember, you're within the spine. Imagine you're inside your energetic spine. And you're taking your attention to the area around the sexual organs, but within the spine. So it's at that level. And you imagine now the colour orange. And again, you could imagine this wheel. So the red light is now being replaced by this orange light. And the orange light, again, it expands out into the body, moves into every single cell, every single organ, tissue, bone, and it moves out into your field. So this is Swadhisthana chakra. Swadhisthana is one's own abode, and it's connected to procreation, it's created to fertility, it's connected to joy and pleasure, enjoyment, beauty. So whereas we were finding our security in the first chakra, we're now beginning to express our sort of desire to beautify and enjoy, assimilate where we are in the world. So we've got the confidence of knowing we're safe. And this is, as I say, the centre of creation. So this is where birth occurs. So it's a very beautiful orange colour, breathing in the orange, breathing out the orange. And on the sort of other side of this chakra, you have sometimes issues to do with guilt or shame. So allowing this to balance just with your intention, the colour flowing through the whole body, enjoying this vibrant orange colour. And now you take your attention up to the solar plexus, so again within the spine, and this is a colour bright yellow or gold, and I always like to relate to this as the inner sun. So this is our centre, this beautiful yellow colour filling the body, the inner sunshine warming the body, and this is the seat of your gut feelings. It's to do with your moving forward into the world now. So it's to do with our ego, our sense of individuality, our sense of self, ambition and drive, confidence, making our mark in the world, you know. So I've got my security, I feel secure, I have maybe sort of got my tribe with me, my family, as we move into Swadhisthana. And then in Manipura, that's the name of this chakra, Manipura, I'm going out into the world. So the downside of this chakra sometimes could be sort of an expanded ego, or one that, you know, doesn't listen or see the needs of others very well. It could be a bit egocentric or aggressive. So breathing in the golden colour, this beautiful golden colour, inhale and exhale. And then we're going to move up to the heart centre. This is the first of the higher centres, Anahata chakra, green colour now. So green is the colour of nature, the colour of healing. It is so soothing. So imagine this beautiful green light moving into the body, all around the body. And this is to do with love and connection and care and selfless service. It's to do with compassion, kindness. So breathing in these beautiful qualities. And of course, what could be on the downside of that is feeling unloved or inferior or not good enough. So beautiful green colour moving through the body, soothing the body. So we're moving up in frequency. So this green is the bridge between the lower chakras and the denser colours and the higher chakras and the high frequency colours. Now we move into the throat centre, Vishuddhi chakra. Vishuddhi is blue in colour, so imagine this sky blue. Blue, of course, is the colour associated with water, emotions and feelings. This centre is absolutely to do with our expression. How do we express ourselves? It's to do with singing and speaking, truth. Can we be truthful when we speak? So this can, if this is blocked, this centre, this could manifest in, you know, throat conditions or not being able to speak, not being able to express yourself confidently. Breathe in that blue light, beautiful, beautiful, calming, clear clarity. And now the blue is replaced at the third eye centre, so within the spine, and then move forward into the centre of the brain, and you get a beautiful violet colour, so high frequency colour, Agya chakra. So the third eye centre, this is the seat of our intuition. This is clear perception, perception without our ego and our sort of patterns, our patterned thoughts and our patterned habitual chat. This is seeing things as they are, and it's also to do with our inner life flowering. So our sensitivities and our psychic, our naturally psychic abilities coming online. It's to do with us becoming more aware of the space and less interested in the the matter. Shiva is connected with this in terms of the deities. So this beautiful violet light filling the body, filling the body. Breathing it in and breathing it out. And then lastly, the 1,000-petaled lotus, which is a non-physical chakra just above the crown of the head. It's referred to, as I say, as a 1,000-petaled lotus. So if you imagine the bright white and then a rainbow effect on the lotus flowers, so these rainbow colours as the lotus sits above your head, and then this rainbow, the rainbow colours move into the rest of the body. So you know when you hold a crystal and the light catches it and you get these little splashes of rainbow light. I want you to imagine you're sitting in this rainbow light. So the crown center connects us to the divine or God or consciousness or whatever you like to call it, the field, the knower. So it's connecting us with the great web of life around us, the field around us. So breathe that in, breathe it in. And then I'd just like you to let that just fade. And if you could imagine that you had a little button, a switch that you could turn. We're going to turn down the violet of the third eye, so the light just dims a little bit. Then the same with the blue at the throat, the same with the green at the heart, the same with the gold at the belly, the same with the orange at the pelvic floor, and then the same with the red. But actually the red, I want you to turn the other way. So your root center is strongly connected. Imagine some roots growing down into the earth and really gripping into the earth as you ground yourself, coming back into your room, back into your space. Open your eyes when you're ready. Welcome back. I hope that feels okay. Take your time to ground. Take your time. Don't just jump up, because it can be quite a profound meditation. So take your time. Drink some water. If you're feeling a bit spaced out, go and eat something rooty like a potato. Sweet potato. Something that will help ground you. Okay, so I'm going to go now. Namaste. Oh, happy Valentine's Day. Shouldn't every day be Valentine's Day, huh?